Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on HBAR. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about HBAR, and once again, this is the one-day chart. And there's a lot of FUD around this cryptocurrency. Everybody likes to call it a scam token. It's not going anywhere. I learned to ignore that a long time ago. And because when you know what you hold, when you look at the growth around HBAR, it's not hard to see what's going to happen in the future. It's literally tied to everything. And right now it's so undervalued at 5.5 cents. I can't stop buying it because I know at some point we're going to see an explosive move for this cryptocurrency. It's just a matter of time. Hedera has crossed another significant milestone, hitting 19 billion transactions on the mainnet. And again, these transactions eventually will be reflected in the price of HBAR. And when you see this happening, it shows the strength of the Hedera network. It shows all that growth that's been happening. Carbon-based company has partnered with HBAR Foundation and ImpactX to launch Asia's first digital carbon registry. We believe in a future where the balance sheet of our planet lives on a public ledger. We're excited to see Carbon-based and ImpactX adopt the Hedera Guardian to build a digital native registry. GCR will enable digital MRV, streamline project enablement, and improve carbon credit management, unlocking a new era of transparency, trust, and impact in the fight against climate change. I don't like carbon credits. I don't like the idea of it. I look at it as a tax that we're all going to be paying in the future. But when you invest in HBAR, you see Hedera going after all the money. There's a lot of money here. So Pan Exchange carbon credit market to integrate with Hedera blockchain. Denver, August 28, 2023. Pan Exchange, which offers a vertically integrated carbon exchange program for nature-based solutions, today announced it has received funding from the HBAR Foundation for its integration with the Hedera network. Pan Exchange patented Web 2.0 trading platform is designed to build liquidity and transparency in physical commodities. Most likely they're looking to transition to Web 3.0 as well. But again, there's a lot of money here. That's why Hedera is going after this market. HBAR and Casper are sleeping giants. It's especially hard not to be bullish on Hedera after acknowledging their governing council. Now, the governing council is absolutely incredible. But Casper's another sleeping giant. People are not even looking at it. It goes overlooked most of the time. But yet, it has a lot of potential behind it, just like HBAR. And then you look at the Hedera ecosystem, and that alone should make you want to invest in this cryptocurrency. There is so much value here that is not reflected in the price of this cryptocurrency. HBAR over 3% token unlock this coming week. Now, whenever they unlock tokens, people expect the market to drop. A lot of people sell ahead of this news and this happening because then they feel they could buy back at a cheaper price. But there's a lot of good news going on in the crypto space right now. Even Bitcoin's starting to have a run up. Most likely it's going to take all these other altcoins with it. So you might sell and end up buying back at a higher price. People who create FUD on HBAR keep saying the governing council makes HBAR centralized, but they fail to understand over time Hedera network will gradually, like XRP Ledger, be more and more decentralized when all tokens are released for anyone to own. And the idea of centralized cryptocurrency, they like to try to tie it to the banks and the governments of the world. Oh, that's just for people that want to be tied to a government token. Anybody that invests in that is not investing in freedom. I've heard it time and time again in the crypto space. However, HBAR will continue to be decentralized, just like XRP. And, Most of that FUD comes from Bitcoin maxis. They always say that, and then the next thing they say is Bitcoin is built for freedom. If you want to invest in freedom, invest in Bitcoin. There's no value left in Bitcoin. If you bought it at the price it's sitting at right now, what do you plan to get out of it? Maybe a 6 to 10x in the next run up? At least with HBAR, you could expect an easy 20 30x maybe even more based on the growth around this cryptocurrency. Who is still on Ethereum? Dinosaur technology. Ethereum gas fees have gone up, averaging $27.73, around 20% higher than a year ago. Transactions on the Ethereum blockchain are 13,000 times more expensive than transactions on Hedera. I don't see anybody saying, hey, I think I'm going to build my next project on Ethereum. Not today, not when there's so many better networks out there, and Hedera is one of them. We will see more projects migrate from Ethereum to Hedera in the future. Meanwhile, in Africa, LedgerInsights.com, Standard Bank, whole banks running nodes on the governing council of Hedera, but people still missing HBAR. So we move with the world, but you don't want to be the leaders on some of these things. You want to be the fast followers, he added. We manage our explorations carefully. This may be a sign of the times with the crypto winter because Standard has been a leader in the past. In 2021, it joined the Hedera Governing Council of the Public Hedera DLT, which has its own crypto token, HBAR. We suspect this was the first bank in the world to participate in the governance of a public blockchain. Given the timing, the price then was around 13 cents and it's now 5 cents. It would have taken a hit on its token holdings, although the figures are likely immaterial for a bank. While joining a public DLT might appear risky, the other governing council members at the time included Google, IBM, Nomura, and FIS WorldPay, among other big names. However, Standard was the first bank, and that shows you ties to South Africa for Hedera as well. And the talk right now is all about the Brics countries, and South Africa is one of those countries. I still think somehow, someway, HBAR is going to be tied in with the Brics in the future. I honestly think the Brics are leading the way into the new financial system. The United States is also going to be on board, as well as the rest of the world, when that new financial system rolls out. I think what we're seeing is a transition from what we have today, the traditional banking system and the current financial system, over to a new digital system, a level playing field. We are excited to welcome Senx IO as our latest architect. The Hedera native NFT marketplace and launchpad will leverage the Archaea suite to improve their current offerings and launch new features that will be available to many NFT-based projects via Senx. Who is Senx? As many HBARbarians already know, Senx.io is one of the leading NFT marketplaces and launch pads on Hedera today. They offer NFT projects a myriad of options for their collection, and Senx platform has seen remarkable growth recently. Senx will use Archaea suite for features such as dedicated bandwidth and guaranteed transactions per second. These features ensure the platform can receive necessary data from the Hedera ledger, as well as scale with confidence, knowing it has guaranteed throughput. Archaea, we recognize that building better on Hedera requires more than just infra. This is why, with Senx help, we will explore new functionalities of our Watchtower API and use webhooks to explore real-time notifications in the coming months. Be sure to stay tuned. And even the partners of Hedera are always growing out and expanding on their own as well, bringing value back to the network. But when you see NFTs being talked about around Hedera, you know Hedera is the powerhouse of NFTs in the crypto space. still expanding and growing out, and NFTs are gaining utility and real-world use case as well. Hedera is getting noticed. 5 cryptocurrencies under 10 cents to consider buying next week. And guess what? Hedera is one of them. I just hope that more people wake up before it's too late to this cryptocurrency. You know, I always do videos around utility and use case. Hedera and HBAR is one of the best ones out there today, hands down. The current prices for XDC, XRP, XLM, QNT, IOTA, Nexera, DAG, Algo, HBAR are not meant for retail investors. In the bull run, normal people will pay a price you can't even imagine. And I've been saying that for a while. You know, everybody always says, you know, right now I don't want to put my money in. I'm worried I'm going to be tying up my money for a period of time. But then all of a sudden, this cryptocurrency takes off. And say it's at 50 cents. People will FOMO in at 50 cents. But they won't buy when it's sitting at 5.5 cents. The same goes when HBAR surpasses $1. People will still be buying it. You know, everybody always wonders, what happens if HBAR was to, say, hit $100 in the future? Would the exchange have the money to cash everyone out if they were to sell their HBAR? It absolutely will have the money. You know why? Because there's still going to be buyers at $100 in the future. There's going to be buyers at every single price point. Look at Bitcoin. There was people that bought Bitcoin at $68,000 when it had their last run up, when it achieved a new all-time high. The same goes with any other cryptocurrency. But the thing is, you're early now. You're buying HBAR at prices that people 2-3 years from now will wish they could be buying HBAR at. You know, we are living in our time right now. The people 3 years from now will be living in their time. And they'll think that they're buying HBAR at cheap prices when it's sitting at maybe $10 or $15. And that's how crypto works. You know, how many of you wish you could go back and buy, say, Bitcoin under $1 when it was first created? Most of you would be there tomorrow, buying as much as you possibly can. But back then, people ignored Bitcoin as well. They didn't notice it until it started having a run up. And that's what happens in crypto. Now's your time to keep stacking. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.